It's been a while since we talked about the Batman Part 2, quite a while since, the Hollywood strikes going on and all that craziness. We haven't really been getting any good updates regarding many projects, but we just got a rumor for the Batman 2 and it's pretty interesting. Most people seem to be pretty excited for it, so yeah, let's talk about it. This info is all coming from a scooper over on Twitter, but we are going to go over an article as well. So let's go over when the Batman is planned to start filming first, because as you may know, we do currently have the writer and screen actors strike happening, so the following is very likely to change if that strike does end up continuing, possibly delaying filming until later 2024, possibly even 2025. But with that, My Time to Shine Hello tweeted out the Batman Part 2 to film in March 2024, Clayface to be involved. So we have heard rumors of Clayface being involved. I have talked about it on the channel before. I just hope it's monster Clayface and not regular guy Clayface, but we'll see of course in due time. As for filming, again, we really won't know for sure until the strikes end, and as well until the time comes of 2024. Now, as for the main news, the title of the video, this is coming from comicbookmovie.com, and the title is that the Batman 2 rumor points to a surprising take on the debuting Dick Grayson / Robin. The article goes on to say, following the recent rumor that Matt Reeves, the Batman Part 2, will introduce a new take on the Caped Crusader's original sidekick, Dick Grayson / Robin, we have an interesting update on the direction Matt Reeves and company are supposedly taking the character. So I actually never covered Robin in general being in this movie potentially, but this is going to talk about the direction of where they want to take the character in the Batman 2. So I'm going to cover both since I haven't actually even talked about Robin being in this movie in general in the first place. So let's cover that first, and then we can get back to the article and talk about, where they're going to take the character. So we're going to go over a tweet that's coming from My Time to Shine Hello over on Twitter. Not going to lie, do not recall their track record. So with that being said, keep in mind anything that is not confirmed by official sources like James Gunn, Matt Reeves, or sources involved with said projects are just rumors to take with a grain of salt. Now with that out of the way, a fan tweeted to My Time to Shine Hello saying, "What do you know besides Clayface being in the movie?" And he quote tweeted replying with, "I know Robin is in it, Dick Grayson in parentheses." So this is pretty interesting for a couple different reasons. Robin is a pretty beloved character in the DC franchise next to Batman, and always has been, especially in comics and other forms of media, cartoons, and everywhere else he's appeared for the most part. And I say for the most part because there has only been, from my knowledge, I think one previous big screen version of Dick Grayson's Robin, Chris O'Donnell, I think, in the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin movies. And that version of Robin was hated or didn't perform well, whichever one, so much that DC decided, yeah, we're never including Robin in a movie ever again. You can make Batman movies as long as Robin is not in it. We don't really care too much what you do, which I always thought was kind of stupid. It's like Marvel or Sony never making a Spider-Man movie after the disaster of TASM 2. They could have just did a reboot, but it is what it is. Or maybe a better example would maybe be if they never did Venom ever again after Spider-Man 3. I don't know. But I think this is also interesting because no one really expected Robin or any of the Bat family to appear in the Reeves universe. Everyone just thought, Reeves is gonna do like a solo Batman trilogy with like just Batman, Catwoman, and all his rogues or whatever that they planned to do. They didn't really think they were going to introduce any other characters like Robin or Nightwing, for example, or whatever, With that though, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. The only potential issue is Reeves and Gunn clashing their stories together, which actually shouldn't be an issue at all because they did actually have a meeting to make sure that they don't do that, and they are telling different stories and things like that. As well, we do have Batman in the Brave and Bold happening, which will feature Robin, but not Dick Grayson Robin, but rather Damian Wayne. It's going to be Bruce Wayne's son. So this is going to be interesting, having two different versions of Batman and two different versions of Robin on the big screen at the same time. I hope this changes comic book movies going forward in general, as far as having different versions of the same character at the same time on the big screen. If you would like to, I made a video expanding on that specific thought more, where I basically kind of talk about how if the Batman Part 2 and as well the Batman Brave and the Bold both end up doing good in box office, maybe that could correlate to possibly having MCU Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man on the big screen at the same time, or possibly even just MCU Spider-Man in general and other versions of Spider-Man, like maybe Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, Miles, etc. I thought it was a pretty cool video, so if you want to go check that out, top right corner. But let's get back to the article. They go on to say, according to Insider My Time to Shine, Robin will only be 13 years old in the upcoming sequel. Now, I don't recall if it's been confirmed whether or not Damian Wayne in the Raven Bold will be older or younger, but I think it would be kind of interesting if there was like an opposite dynamic where, just for example, let's say Damian in the Raven Bold is an older Robin, whereas like it says here, Reeves Robin will be younger, 13 years old. I think that would be a really interesting dynamic, and like I think it would be cool because we could see two different times in their lives and where they're at, even though like they're still two different characters in a sense, but they're the same character as far as their like superhero identity goes, but they're two different characters as far as their human identities go. But yeah, with that, this is a pretty interesting update so far for the Batman 2. I'm still pretty excited for this film. Just a really quick recap of like everything we know so far is that Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Andy Serkis, Jeffrey Wright, and Colin Farrell are all expected to reprise their respective roles. We're probably also likely going to see the return of Barry Keoghan's Joker, who made his debut in the first movie's mid-credit scene. Of course, you know, plot details are still under wraps for now, but we do know Max Penguin's spin-off series will set up the story for the Batman Part 2. Clayface again has also been rumored to be involved in some capacity. We don't really know what or how, again, whether or not it'll be monster Clayface or whether it'll be like the human regular guy Clayface. Hopefully it isn't regular human guy Clayface, but you know, we'll have to just wait and see on that. As far as official info goes, Reeves has stated that this sequel will continue this epic crime saga, whatever that means. In general, I think Reeves should do some different shit to like, you know, make this universe his own. And I mean, like, he kind of has so far, but at the same time, I think personally it's sort of similar to the Nolan trilogy. And before you fucking start yelling, let me expand upon that. What I mean by that is like the movies are similar as far as like how they're portraying Batman, as far as like how realistic everything is. So I think Clayface and Robin would be cool to add to the Reeves universe, especially if Clayface is the giant shape blorb shifting monster we all know and love. That could make definitely the universe a little bit less realistic and a little bit more fantastical, which I think a lot of Batman fans are asking for. A lot of Batman fans, I think, at least want more fantastical shit going on. So yeah, that is pretty much everything up to date regarding the Batman 2. What do you think of this entire Robin being in the Batman Part 2 or just the Reeves universe generally speaking? Do you want to see Dick Grayson's Robin in the Batman 2 or not really? With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment your thoughts down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I usually cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for Spider-Man media, and whatever else I happen to be interested in, like Batman. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers at the time of this video. We're almost there. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.